Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back. It's a bit cold. We all had a nice long weekend. I see some of you were writing or preparing for exams. Others were relaxing, lucky you. But today we are back here for one of our special classes. So in the last few weeks, we started looking at the demand and the supply curve. And today we'll be looking at the market equilibrium. So because I know you are stressed about demands and supplies and equilibriums, I have brought back by popular demand, Mrs. Makhanse Mareki. So welcome back, Mrs. Mareki. Let me not keep you up any longer. I'm handing you over to Mrs. Mareki. Over to you.
Thank you, Mrs. Stone. Can you please confirm if you can see my slides?
Yes, we can see your slides. We can hear your slides. We can see your face. And by the way, you just look lovely today.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Good afternoon, students. Welcome to the class. Today we'll be doing market equilibrium, as Ms. Stones has said. Remember the last time you were you were learning about the demand curve and the supply curve. Just to recap, remember there's a negative relationship when you look at the demand curve. There's a negative relationship between price and quantity demanded. It's slope like this. And then when you look at the supply curve, there's a positive relationship. So today we're just going to be looking at the equilibrium. So after you've worked with this learning unit 6.3, you should be able to illustrate and explain how the price of a good or service is determined by interaction of supply and demand. One might ask, what is market equilibrium? Market equilibrium is when the demand for a commodity is exactly equal to its supply, corresponding to a particular price. Like, for example, I come from a small town in the Free State, Frankfurt. In my town, we knew that every Thursday, the South African breweries will deliver. In the big truck, they will deliver alcohol. So now, that transition, it means that they are supplying, the SAB is supplying alcohol to the taverns when the taverns have demanded. So that intersection is called an equilibrium. Also, another one could be you demand something from Takealot. You order something online, I know now we are doing the Shein how, Temi how, you are busy there on internet putting things in your basket, you are demanding them. The moment those things they are delivered to you, they are supplied to you, that intersection is called equilibrium. Do we understand, class? Can I get a thumbs up? Ms. Stones, please check if they understand that part, because I don't want to move without them ensuring
many thumbs up.
Yes, so you understand that, class? Equilibrium when supply meets demand. Remember they're showing how when you're busy seeing them on the TikTok, just know that once they get it, that intersection, it is called an equilibrium. Now, next. Okay, now we're going to be learning about excess supply. What is excess supply? So excess supply is when quantity of good and service supply exceed the quantity demanded. Now, let's look at our graph. We can all see our graph, right? We see that, remember what I said in the previous slide, equilibrium is when supply meets demand at a specific price, when they are married to each other, when they are like this. That is our equilibrium. Price must be the same, quantity must be the same. That's when we have equilibrium. Now, looking at our graph, Excess supply is when the quantity that is supplied is above the equilibrium price. We see here by when the price is 1.8 US dollars. We see here even the line. This right here is excess supply. Any amount, anything above the equilibrium price, it is excess supply. So the price is above equilibrium level determined by supply and demand. So at this point of excess supply, the producers are unable to sell goods and services because they produce at a prevailing price because nobody will buy here. The price is high. The price is high here. So this is excess supply. Remember, excess supply is when the price is above the, yes, the equilibrium price. That is excess supply. Excess supply is when the price above the equilibrium price. Our equilibrium price is 140. For example, you love that nice dress there by Mr. Price. You want to buy it, but the dress is too expensive, you know, and you find that they have a lot of those dresses in stock at that high price, but nobody wants to buy it there. So the store will have excess supply of this good. I will make example with an iPhone or a car. A car, when it just enters the markets, it's too expensive, you know, it's high up there. Nobody will buy it. Only few limited people will buy it. But now, in this case, it's not bought. Again, in this case of market equilibrium, the price is high. So therefore, the store will have excess supply. Good, you understand? Now, excess demand or excess shortage. Excess demand is when the quantity of good or service demanded exceeds the quantity of supply. You see here, QD is greater than QS, meaning the quantity demanded is greater than the quantity supply. So let's look at our D curve, our demand curve. We can all see our demand curve. So excess demand is when the price is below equilibrium level. We see here where the price, agree our equilibrium price, it is at 140 and the quantity is 600 gasoline. But now with excess, this is our equilibrium, right? Remember what I said, equilibrium, supply marries demand. Same price, same quantity, that is equilibrium. Now looking at excess supply, excess demand. Excess demand is when the price is below the equilibrium. The price is below the equilibrium. Yes, if you said equilibrium price, you're correct, you're getting a sweet. Now, let's look at this. So it says here at this point of 120, consumers are unable to purchase all the goods and services they want at a prevailing price because no supplier will want to supply you. Let's look here. So at 120, the quantity demanded, it is 700 gasolines. So if right now, all of us, you know, people, we love cheap things. We like even negotiating, you know. So if right now you say, you know, that when you purchase your iPhone or when you purchase your lipstick or a car, let's say a car is 50 rand at equilibrium, but now you want the car at 30 rand, you are trying to negotiate. The supplier won't meet you there at that price because it's too low. The supplier, if you want the supplier to meet you there, the quantity supplied, it will be low. Looking at this graph, the quantity demand that the customers want in the excess demand, it is 120. They want 700 millions of gallons quantity. And at this price, the quantity supplied, it is 550. Can you all see there the dot for quantity supplied, where my cursor is? Can I get a thumbs up if you can see it? Thank you. Yes, remember, excess demand it is below the equilibrium price. And excess supply, it is above. Please note that down there. Excess supply, it is above equilibrium price. And excess demand, it is above the it is below the equilibrium. So when you think about the demand, always think about you as a consumer, that you want something cheap, that preferably you would like to buy iPhone 13 Pro Max at, I don't know, I don't even know how much that phone is, but let's say you want to buy it at 5,000, So a lot of you will want to buy it there, but unfortunately, it is not at equilibrium. So there is excess demand. Excess means too much of it, too much of it. So too many of you would want it at that price. And remember, equilibrium when supply meets demand. So now we're looking at them together. Please, if you are new economics, I beg you, my students, do not be confused by the graphs. Do not be confused by the graphs. Look at them one by one. It's like an elephant. You don't look at it as a whole. Piece. Ne? Excess demand, now we are looking at them together. Excess demand and excess supply. So surplus, it's a lot, excess supply, and then excess demand, it's when there is shortage. Ne? The demand curve represent the buyers. Remember what I said, you are the buyer, you are the consumer. Ne? You are busy there, showing how you want to buy something. So looking at this, you don't want to buy, looking at the demand curve, you don't want to buy something expensive. So if this is gas, this is like petrol. So if the petrol price were to be 1.80 per liter, it is above the equilibrium price. Only the quantity that will be demanded at this level, it will be 500. Look at, right now we are focusing on the demand curve. The quantity that will be demanded is 500, and the quantity that will be supplied, it is 700. But however, because this is not in equilibrium, this is excess supply, it will not happen. It will only happen when we are in equilibrium. Yes. So the same will happen when we are in equilibrium. Remember what I said about market equilibrium? You purchase something, Shein or Temu, and then once it's delivered to you, once it's supplied to you, that intersection is called equilibrium. So it must be at the same price, same quantity. Even with our example, we can see that the equilibrium price here is 140, equilibrium supply, equilibrium price is 140, and then quantity, the quantity where they intersect together, it is 600. Anything, if it is above the equilibrium price, it is excess supply. If it is below the equilibrium price, let's say the equilibrium price is here at this dot. I'm going to point at myself. Let's say this is the equilibrium price. If it's below, it is excess demand or a shortage. If it is above, it is excess supply. Good, thumbs up. We know excess demand, excess supply. So if I were to wake you up in the morning and say, hey, Wena, Ntumba, what is excess demand? You will tell me excess demand when the price is below. I get price below equilibrium price, when it's below equilibrium price, right? Good. Excess supply, it is above the equilibrium price. So guys, please ensure that you know this off by heart, because it's simple. Don't be afraid of the graph. Like the graph, let it assist you when you are studying. Don't be intimidated by it. Right, now we are doing activity 1 on page 189 of your study guide. Ne? I'm going to give you guys, it is 15:14. I'm giving you guys 2 minutes to do this true or false. We are testing if you understand.
Ms. Makhansi,
Yes.
maybe we should do a question each and then let them answer that one question.
Okay.
I
All
think
right.
that will be the quickest. I think so.
Okay. Okay. No, no, no.
Okay.
That is fine. We can still do that. Okay. Let's do number A. A market is in equilibrium if the quantity demanded is equals to quantity supply. Is that true or false?
Okay, I've got a true,
Yes.
true, many
Yes.
truths,
Yes.
only truths.
Yes. Yes.
Excellent.
You see, well done, well done, well done. Remember, equilibrium is when quantity demanded and quantity supplied, they intersect. Remember, when something is delivered to you, you are getting something that is supplied to you. Always remember the example, even if you forget during exam or assignment, think about that Shein Hall, your card, you just bought something, you paid, and now it's delivered to you. That is market equilibrium. Quantity demanded is equals to quantity supplied. Now, B, at any price above equilibrium, there will be excess demand for the good in question. I see a lot of false. Yes, we are correct. If you said false, you are correct. Remember, our graph is like this. Ne? If the price is above the equilibrium, it is excess supply. If it's below the equilibrium price, it is excess demand. So if you said false for B, then you are correct. C, excess demand for a good will put downward pressure on the price of good. Excess demand for a good will put downward pressure on good. The answer, it is false. Now, let's go look for a graph. This our graph. They say excess demand for a good will put downward pressure on the price. Right. This is excess demand. Excess demand of a good. So there's still no market equilibrium. In order to be market equilibrium, the price will go up. So if there's excess demand, will put an upward pressure on the price. If it's excess supply, because the price is extremely high, remember, excess supply above equilibrium price. In order to get the equilibrium price, the price will go low. So excess supplies put downward pressure on the price, and excess demand puts upward pressure on the price. Understand? Thumbs up. Do you understand? Okay, since I'm not seeing anything, we move forward. Number C, if the price of television is set lower than the equilibrium price, there will be excess demand for television. The correct answer, it is true. So if the price it is lower than the equilibrium, remember, equilibrium price, anything lower, below the excess, below the equilibrium price, excess supply. Anything above the equilibrium price, below excess demand, above excess supply. So if you said true, you are correct. Number E, if the price of running shoes is above the equilibrium price, there will be excess supply of running shoes. E, yes, the correct answer, it's true. Back to X. Anything above, this is the equilibrium price and equilibrium price and equilibrium quantity. If it's above the equilibrium price, it is excess supply. Here they say price of running shoes is above the equilibrium price. Remember here, This is above the equilibrium price. So let's say the price of shoes, it was 180, which is above the equilibrium price. Therefore, it is excess supply. Okay. Indicate whether the following presents excess demand, excess supply, or equilibrium, and what will happen to price in this situation. Number one, if buyers are frustrated, what will happen to excess supply? I almost gave an answer. If buyers are frustrated, what happens? If buyers are frustrated, I can't see your answers now.
Okay, let me jump in here. I've got excess demand. I've got price change, excess supply, excess demand, and excess supply.
Okay, remember what I said, né? You can only choose from these three, guys. It's either excess demand, excess supply, or equilibrium. So if buyers are frustrated, it is excess demand. Why? Someone might ask, why are buyers frustrated? Buyers are frustrated because they want something at a price that is lower. Therefore, because when there is excess demand puts an upward pressure to the price. In order to reach the equilibrium, the price needs to go up. So therefore, in this case, there will be excess demand. When buyers are frustrated, there will be excess demand. Remember, buyers, consumer is always talking to the demand curve. Buyers, consumer. Remember with our Shane, how when you say buyers are frustrated, buyer, consumer, it's you taking those things and putting them in your cart. Ne? Buyers. And then suppliers is speak to the supplier where you are getting your things from, whether it's your hair, whether it's your Nike shoes or whatever. Whoever you are getting it from is the supplier. Now let's look at the price increase. What will happen if buyers are frustrated? Remember, we said that there'll be excess demand. Now, what did I say about excess demand? Does excess demand increase the price or decrease the price, or price is unchanged? Okay, answers. I need my answers. Yes.
Sorry, I'm here. We've got price increase.
I was just encouraging them. I'm looking at the answers. I got it figured out.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, so if you say the price increase, then you are correct. Remember, the price is low. In excess demand, the price is low. Therefore, excess demands put an upward pressure to the price. The price will go high because the suppliers won't supply you if the price is low. Now, number 2, suppliers are frustrated. If suppliers are frustrated, do we have excess demand, excess supply, or equilibrium? Give me my answers. Excess, when suppliers are frustrated, you are correct if you said excess supply. Suppliers, supply. You see that one? It's easy. The name sounds the same. Suppliers, supply. It's like producers. Sometimes they can say producers are frustrated. You must remember they are producing something. I'll go back to the example that you must never forget. Shane Howell or Demi Howell or whatever that you call it. You know, they are supplying you with your phone, your hair, or Takealot is supplying you with something. That is the suppliers, that is the producer. Remember the positive relationship between price and quantity when you did it last time with Ms. Doe. Now let's go. So if suppliers are frustrated, we have excess supply that we have established. And does the price increase, decrease, or is unchanged? I'm looking at your answers. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. I'm looking at your answers. Guys, don't be afraid to give me wrong answer, hey, or whatever answer you have, because this is a safe place. We are learning today, and some of you, we understand that it's your first time doing economics. Please do not be afraid to just shoot your answer or your question. All right. Yes. So if the suppliers are frustrated, thank you for your answers. If your suppliers are frustrated, there will be excess supply. And because the price, it is above the equilibrium. I want to throw it for you. Price, it is above. Eh? Can you all see this? Let me remove the blurry.
No, it is blurring.
Okay, sorry.
Okay.
Can you all see this? Yes. Price, when the price is above, it is excess. Right there on the charts, quickly. If price is above, it is excess. Here at this point, it is excess.
Supply.
Yes. Perfect. They are
Supply.
telling me supply. I can see them. If the price is below the equilibrium, it is. If the price is below, it is. If the price is below equilibrium price, it is excess demand or shortage. So therefore, this, because the price is here, it's below, it will put an upward pressure on the price. So the price will go up. That's why we have upward pressure. So demand leads, excess demand leads to upward pressure on the price. Excess supplies leads to a downward pressure on the price. Right. Now, the next question says, if both suppliers and buyers are satisfied, what do we have? Do we have excess demand? So if we are at this point, if everyone is satisfied, everyone is like, woohoo! We are at, yes, keep your answers going. I can see them. Perfect. We are at equilibrium. So if everyone is happy, you are happy, the money is there, your catching is there, and then your Shane Hall is like, I am here. Buffalo is delivering for you. It's supplying your things. We are at equilibrium. Ne? So what happens to the price at this stage? Does the price increase, decrease, or the price is unchanged? I'm loving your answers. Yes, the price is unchanged. Unchanged. Just recap. Now, guys, I like repeating things so that if I were to wake you up at 3 a.m. in the morning, you should know excess demand, excess supply, and equilibrium. Remember, equilibrium, when supply meets demand, is equilibrium. Excess supply above equilibrium price. Excess demand below equilibrium price. Good. We're moving on. I'm gonna fast track now. Okay. Now, let's study the following diagrams. What is the quantity demanded at 6 rand? Here is our 6 rand. What is the quantity that is demanded here at 6 rand? Give me answers fast, guys. Oops. Quantity demanded at 6 rand. Yes. Quantity demanded at 6 rand, it is 1.8. So if you said 1.8 is correct. Remember, demanded, don't be confused, my students, ne? My lovely people. Demand, DCAF, negative relationship, DCAF, ne? Demand, you as a consumer, you never want to buy something that is high. You always prefer when it's low. So right now, if the price is 6 rand, let's say they are selling popcorns at 6 rand. These popcorns are expensive. So therefore, the quantity demanded, it will be low. It will be 1.8. But if the quantity demanded is low, like at 1 rand, we see there the quantity demanded will be 4.8. Now, next question. What is the quantity supplied at 6 rand? At 6 rand, what is the quantity supplied? Remember, you look at the supply curve. R6, not R5, ne? Don't confuse the quantity demanded, Manana. Correct, it is at R6, the quantity demanded, it is 4.2. So if you said 3.6, you're looking at R5. So that quantity supplied, you're correct if you said 4.2. Now, is there an excess supply or excess demand at R6? Remember at R6, the price, as you can see, the price is above equilibrium. Is that excess supply? Wonderful, excess supply. Now, will excess supply put upward pressure or downward pressure on the price? Will excess supply put downward pressure or upward pressure on the price? Remember, excess supply, it is above equilibrium price. Correct. It will put downward pressure because now excess supply is when the price is above. Now the price has to be at 4. At 4, and that's when it's equilibrium. Downward pressure. Aha. Okay, it's the same example. You will do it on the side. I'm looking at the time. Please do it. We already done the similar one. It's just now looking at R5 instead of R6. Now we're going to look at the adjustment process, focusing on the excess supply. The arrows point downwards to show the direction in which the price will move because of competition between sellers. We see here at R6, remember the exercise that we just did now? At R6, the price, it is 4.2. 4,200. It is excess supply. So as long as, you see, I highlighted it in red for you to always remember, as long as excess supply exists, the price of goods will go down, 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 down. This in turn will increase the quantity demanded. Let's look at our excess supply. At R6, the quantity demanded, it was 1,800. Now, if you look at R5, because the price, when the price goes down, the quantity demanded, it is 2,400. So you see that excess supply, when there's a downward pressure, excess supply in turn end up increasing the quantity demanded. The end quantity supply decreases. Look at the supply curve. At R6, the quantity demanded was 4,200. Now, because the prices went down, the suppliers don't want to supply more of that product. They only supply 3,600. Are we still together? Okay. Hence, the price of product will continue to decrease until equilibrium position is reached at R4. So the price, if there's excess supply, the price will continue going down until you reach equilibrium position at R4, and where quantity demanded and quantity supplied are the same at 3,000. Right. Next. Okay. We look at this. What is the quantity demanded at 2? At R2? Give me my answers. What is quantity demanded at R2? Quantity demanded, not supplied. Quantity demanded. Looking at the D curve. Don't be confused, my students. The 1.8 answers that I get is from the supply curve. Hey, we are looking at demand. D curve, the buyers. Quantity demanded at R2. Yes, correct. It is 4.2. Quantity supplied at R2, it is 1,800. Please ensure, guys, please ensure that you know your demands and supply curves. D, demand curve. S, supply curve. Yeah. So at R2, do we have excess demand or excess supply? At R2, remember R2 is below equilibrium price. Do we have excess demand or excess supply? Correct, we have excess demand. And remember This will put, because of excess demand, it will put an upward pressure on the price. You see, excess demand put upward pressure. It's the same example using different values. We just explained this in the previous question, that excess demand, look at the arrows, excess demand put upward pressure on the price. So as long as excess demand exists, the price will go up. This in turn will decrease the quantity demanded. Let's look at 2 Rand, the price was 4,200. At 3 Rand, the price was 3,600, and then it's decreasing. Remember, from 4,200, 3.6, and then now we're at 3,000 equilibrium. So excess demand puts downward pressure on the upward pressure on the price, which in turn decreases the quantity demanded. And excess supply, because of excess supply, puts upward pressure on the price, increasing quantity supplied. At 2 Rand, our quantity supplied was 1.8. At 3 Rand, quantity supplied was 2,400. Now, at 4 Rand, the quantity supplied is 3,000. Remember market equilibrium. Your price must be the same and quantity must be the same. Okay. 3.1. Okay. Equilibrium occurs at a price of, looking at the graph, equilibrium occurs at the price of, what is the price for equilibrium? Correct. The price, it is 4 Rand. And the quantity demanded, it is 400. The quantity demanded, it is 400 at equilibrium, and the quantity supplied is 400. Now at 7 Rand here, the quantity demanded, remember, quantity demanded, how much is quantity demanded? Yes, that you are correct. If you are a supplier and people are buying your product at a higher price, you will want to supply more. But in this case, there's no market equilibrium. Yes. So now at 7 Rand, yes, the quantity supply, the quantity demanded, sorry, it is 100, and the quantity supplied, it is 700. Therefore, at 7 Rand, you see 7 Rand, the prices above. So at 7 Rand, we have excess. Yes, class. Yes, excess supply, it is above, you know. Now at 5, okay, some questions I will skip. Okay, let's just do C. We're gonna run. I'm looking at the time. At the price of 5 Rand, the quantity demanded is, at 5 Rand, quantity demanded is 300, correct? And quantity supply is 600. Or 500 there? I can't see clearly. It is at quantity supplied, it is, or at 5 Rand, yes, it is 500, correct. Sorry, my eyesight was failing me there. Okay, so there is therefore an excess demand or excess, at 5 Rand, there is excess supply, it is above, you know, and the price will fall. Remember, excess supply puts downward pressure on the price. Yes, so as the price decreases, quantity demanded increase and quantity supply decrease. Perfect. Okay. Let's do this one. Quick. Let's start with 3.2. EFG is the same as the previous one, just different numbers. Né? So if the price is at P1, what will happen? Will the price will rise as a result of excess demand, or the price will fall because of excess supply, or it's an equilibrium, or cannot be determined? Which one is it? A, B, C, D. If the price is at P1 is above equilibrium price. Give me my answer, student. P1. If the price is at P1, you are correct. The price will fall. The price will fall. It is A. A is the correct. And 3.3, if the price is at P2 below, the price will below. Remember, it's excess demand. Excess demand, what did we say excess demands do to the price? Exactly, the price will rise, upward pressure on the price. So if the price is at PE here, equilibrium, where supply meets demand, PE, what is our answer? If the price is at PE, if the price is at PE. Yes, correct, it is C. The price is at equilibrium level. Wonderful. I love you, class. Thank you for engaging. Now, we are looking at, we are intensifying today's class. We are looking at mathematics. Don't be scared. Very simple. It's like 1 + 1. Okay, so we have seen what demand, supply, and market equilibrium can be expressed using words, schedules, and diagrams. We're looking at diagrams again now. Now we are introducing the fourth method, mathematical equations. So this is the linear equation. A linear equation is a straight line given by y is equals to a plus bx, where y is the dependent variable, x is the independent variable. So x doesn't change. Independent, what means independent? Independent, it means I can do this thing. Nothing can change, you know. Everything is as it is. Why? It's the dependent. Remember, guys, you are, if you are young, you are dependent on your parent. So your financial situation change based on your parent. Your parent is the independent variable because they don't change. You are changing. Dependent variable, Y. Independent variable, X. And therefore, A and B, they are A is the intercept and then B is the slope. When we discussed the demand section in 6.1, we saw that quantity demanded is a function of number of variables. Remember, you remember those variables, right? If you don't remember them, guys, go back to your class because it was explained in detail. So the law of demand only looks at the relationship between price and quantity demanded. Therefore, we can rewrite the equation as QD. QD, quantity demanded, is a function of P. P is price. Ceteris paribus. Remember, even Mr. Leroux told us what is ceteris paribus. When we hold all things, we don't consider other things. Ceteris paribus. So the equation reads as follows: the quantity, this above equation of QD, the quantity demanded of good A is a function of price of good A, all other factors remaining constant. Ceteris paribus, it is all other factors remaining constant. So this simply means quantity demanded is determined by price. Now let's look at it. So this is it. In a mathematical slope, this is our quantity demanded. Remember, there's a negative relationship between price and quantity. This is a linear curve. This is it. QD is equals to A minus PB. Remember QD, remember we said this one is a dependent variable, is equals to an intercept minus, we said this is a slope, and P, the price, is independent. So the negative sign you see here, it denotes the negative relationship between price and quantity. Even as we look at the graphs, if the price is high, the quantity demanded is low. If the price is extremely low, the quantity demanded is a lot, because as customers, we like cheap things. We don't like paying things, you know. And remember, demand, I said, if you don't understand, always think of buyers and consumers. So this is a downward sloping curve as we see it here. So now the law of supply. This is the equation for the linear equation for a supply curve. Supply curve, there's a positive relationship. So one student asked if, let me go back, I forgot his name, that as suppliers, they will supply something if the price is higher, meaning they will supply more of that units. It was Nongorora. Yes, Nongorora said when the price is high, the suppliers will want to supply more of that unit. But if the price goes down, it will keep going. If the price goes down, the suppliers will provide less of that product. So this is an upward sloping curve. It starts small, it goes up with the price, meaning price increase, quantity increase, price increase, quantity increase. That is a supplier. So looking at our linear equation, QS is equals to C plus PD. QS, remember, Q on this side, it is dependent variable. C plus C, it is the intercept. D, it is the slope. P, it is the independent variable. Okay, so the equilibrium, now we are looking at the equilibrium price and equilibrium quantity. Remember, we said market equilibrium is when price, quantity demanded is equal to quantity supplied. Ne? Supply means demand, where it's at the same price, and our QD and QS are the same. So equilibrium price are determined where the supply curve intersect demand curve. Remember your Shane how? Yes. So mathematically, the equilibrium price PE and equilibrium quantity can be determined by setting the demand curve equal to each other. Now we are looking at mathematics. I hope you have your pens and papers ready, because we are about to write. We're gonna write. And in order to understand this, please write down the calculations as I write them. Yeah? The linear equation, remember, Y is dependent variable, X is independent. Okay, we I think we are repeating this because we just did it, that QD, there's a negative, the negative sign denotes negative relationship between P, between price and quantity demanded. We already saw this in the previous slides. We saw this. Now, looking at them together, we're gonna set them to be equal. Ooh, let's go back. Okay, remember we said equilibrium, quantity demanded and quantity supply are the same. They need to be equal at the same price. So suppose you are given that the demand and supply curve, remember the linear equations we did in the previous slides. So suppose the demand and supply curve are represented by the following equations. QD is equals to 50 minus 8P. The one with a minus, remember, negative relationship. It is the supply, no, the demand. The demand, there's a negative relationship between price and quantity. So our QD, quantity demanded, 50 minus 8P. You are given this, and then quantity supplied is negative 17.5 plus 10P. At equilibrium, quantity demand equals quantity supply, or QD equals to QS. Q, quantity, D, demand, Q, quantity, S, supply. So at equilibrium, these are the same. So therefore, you set your things because it's the same. We take our QD, which is 50 minus 8P. Remember, we were given it. And then we take our QS, quantity supplied, which is negative 17.5 plus 10P. Put this one the side, put QD the side, put QS the side. Now, when we look at them, remember in mathematics, so now this 17.5, it's negative this side. When it jumps over, you see, it becomes a positive. So it is 50 plus 17.5 this side. So you combine the ones that are the same. You take your numbers, your intercepts. Remember, we said that this is the intercept. Remember, it was A here minus BP. So the 17 comes the side 15 plus 17.5, it is 67.5. And this side, 10P plus 8P is equals to 18P. Therefore, if we want, remember, we are trying to calculate the price. If we want the price, we have to divide all sides by 18. 18P, we divide 18 this side, and then if you calculate 16.5 divided by 18, you get 3.7. You are still calculating with me. Can I get a thumbs up? Kabelo, Kineilwe, Ufenze, Memory, Ntumba. Are you guys with me? Karen, yes. Did you all get 3.75? Okay. I hope I'm not leaving anyone behind. Thus, the equilibrium price is 3.75. To find equilibrium quantity, we need to substitute the equilibrium price of 3.7 into either quantity demand or quantity supply equation. So if we put it into quantity demand, remember it was given 50 minus 8P. So we just substitute 50 minus 8 times in brackets 3.75. We are substituting the P we calculated. Mbali's asking, how is P positive? Mbali, remember, we set equilibrium. We are given this. These are the equations that we are given, right? So if we are given these equations, we said at equilibrium, quantity demanded equals to quantity supplied. It is how highlighted. Ne? And 50 minus 8P. You see this 8P. Ne? And then on the side, we say minus 17.5 plus 18. So if the 8P goes to the other side, it becomes positive. 8P goes to the other side, it was positive, and then negative 17.5. Sorry. Negative 17.5 jumped over this side, it became positive. So therefore, that's why 8P, it was positive. So I hope you understood. Do you understand now, Mbali? Can I get a thumbs up or just yes? Okay, thank you, Mbali. Right. Okay. So if the equation for supply curve, remember, if once you calculated your P, you're just loading into the equation. So if it happens that your QD after getting your P is not the same, then there's something that you did wrong. So you see here, we substituted our 3.5 into the equation, and we said 50 minus 8 into 3.5, and then 8 times 3.75, it is 30. So 50 minus 30, it is 20. And we slotted into, we substituted into the QS, the quantity demanded curve, negative 17 plus 10p. So our p is 3.5. So 10 times 3.5 is equals to 17.5. Therefore, negative 17.5 plus 37.5 equals to 20. Should it happen? Then, okay, Brian, you say, why does 18p, okay, why does 18p not change to negative? Because, okay, let's go back. I think you're asking about the one. Are you asking about the slides, Brian? Okay. Where is 18? You can write it either or, Brian, because both of them, they are positives. So we just changed it. So now it's not like we substituted. Remember, you can even divide it from this point. You can say 18p and still say, okay, divide everything by 18. You will get 60. You'll say, okay, 18p is on the right side of the Q. You say divide by 18, and then 67.5 still divide by 18. And then you get 3.75. Did you get that, Brian? Okay, thank you. Ooh. Okay, I don't want to show you guys the answers. Now, let's do this. Let's do this together. Calculate equilibrium price and quantity if the demand and supply curve are represented by the following equations. Let's calculate, my friends. Remember, you make them the same, next. If you'll be able to see. Okay, we are told that, how am I gonna write? Okay. Can you see? Ooh, it's so dark. Okay, QD is equals to QS. I get QD is equals to QS. Right. Okay, what is your P? People are busy giving me answers. Are you able, because I was gonna take you step by step. Are you able to get your P? My lovely students. Okay, most people got it 25. You're correct, 25. So our QD, it is 100 minus P, and then this one, it is 50 plus P. Okay, so remember, can you see? Can you see? Okay. All right, I think I'll just put it here on the slides. So remember, we equated to each other. Our QD is 100 minus P and then 50 plus P. Remember, Brian and the other lady, I forgot your name. So we say P comes to this side, it becomes negative. So 100 minus 50, it is 50. Therefore, this negative P comes to this side. Therefore, 1P plus another 1P, it is 2P. Therefore, you can even divide it this side. So here we just swap them because this was what confused Brian. So you say, because you want P alone, you say 2P, you divide by 2. You're trying to get rid of this 2. You're trying to calculate how much is the value of P. 2 divided by 50, it is 25. That's why our price is 25. Thumbs up, are we together? Were you able to get to 25? Thank you, Ufenze. Thank you, Ntumba. Thank you, Minimo Kateko. Everyone, memory. Wonderful. Now we substitute this 25 price into the equation. Again, the QD equation is 100 minus 25. So 100 minus 25, it is 75. Even if we substitute it into QS, 50 plus 25, it is 75. Voila. Okay. We are concluding now. It is 4 o'clock. Remember, this is a takeaway. Don't only take takeaways when you go to a restaurant, guys. Ne? We are doing takeaway in this class. Always remember, equilibrium, quantity demanded and quantity supplied, the same. We are in equilibrium if quantity demanded and quantity, Ntumba is laughing. We are in equilibrium if quantity demanded and quantity supplied are the same. Ne? This is the takeaway. Remember, we ate everything. These are the leftovers. You must, these ones, guys, ne? You must remember them. If I wake you up 3 a.m. in the morning, you must remember. Just like you remember what happens to Generations or The Queen or your favorite soapy. I don't know what place now. On Netflix, yes. Just like you remember, or so and so wore this on the red carpet or this and that. You must remember these things, okay? Please. Excess supply. Tell me, what is excess supply? Excess supply is above or below equilibrium price. Right there on the chat. Excess supply above or below equilibrium price. Excess supply. Excess supply, Ntumba. Ah, my girl, don't sleep. Excess supply, is it above or below, my friend? Correct. It is above the equilibrium price. Excess supply. Therefore, does excess supply put upward pressure or downward pressure on the price? Excess supply, does it put upward pressure or downward pressure on the price? Come on, people. Yes, it puts downward pressure on the price. Ne? Excess demand, is it above or below equilibrium price? Excess demand, is it above or below equilibrium price? Ooh, we're not 390 something, but whom we are writing as if this is mixed. What is BLW? Guys, please, ne? I know here you are just writing. We're not user 39 something. Please, when you write your assignment, don't come with mixed language. Guys, you will lose marks. Ne? BLW, my friend, you must write in full, ne? Below, please. It's the correct answer, but please write in full. We want you to get your marks because you know the answer. So don't come with mixed language here. We are serious here, ne? Yes, my friends. So excess demand, we said it is below the equilibrium price. So does it put upward pressure or downward pressure on the price? Excess demand, does it put upward pressure or downward pressure on the price? My friends, if you are here, I was going to give you see I have this, I was going to give you popcorns. You guys are such a wonderful class. Ne? No. Wonderful. Well done, Rachitaka. Yes, Mohapi, correct. Ntabiseng. Yes, Juliet, Nomfundo. Well done. Shows that you guys were concentrating. Yes, Cornelius. Guys, remember the adjustment process. You must also, this is a takeaway, you must also do the adjustment process for what happens if there's excess supply. You know, like for example, now at excess supply, if the price is at R1.80. Tell me now on the chat, what is the equilibrium? What is the quantity demanded if price is at R1.80? Just write the number. What is the quantity demanded if price is at R1.80? Remember, we are doing takeaways now. We are at Mag & Bean. We are ordering. We are doing takeaways. What we leave on the plate. Yeah. My friends, you are making me very, very proud. Well done. Yes, 500. What is quantity supplied at R1.80? What is quantity supplied at R1.80, my friends? Quantity supplied. Remember, we are looking at the supply curve, the producers, Buffalo, Shein, when they are dropping it from you for you. Yes. What is it? It is 700. Yes. And then at 120, what is quantity supplied? At 120, what is quantity supplied? So what do you mean no? What do you mean no, my friend? Guys, give me answers while I'm asking Katisoro. Okay. If the price it is R1.20, what is excess supply? Yes, it is 550, correct. Oh, okay. Yes, you are correct, sir. Okay, guys. At R1.80 excess supply, it is around 680. It's just that there's no number, so we just use 700, Mr. Katiso.
Sorry, Miss Makansi. Sorry to bother you. It's now 7 minutes past 4, so we're going to have to wrap it up. If we can quickly just finish up. Thanks.
Okay, guys. Yes, remember takeaway. Sorry. Thank you, Miss Linda, for reminding me. Takeaway, guys. Remember equilibrium, quantity demand equals quantity supply. No excess supply. Know it, you must remember it on the curve. No excess demand. Know the adjustment process. Know your calculations, QD and QS. Know also about how to calculate equilibrium price and equilibrium quantity. Thank you guys for coming to class. Miss Linda, do you still have time for questions if they want to unmute?
Thanks. We have run out of time, but I think we can maybe just take a quick question. Let's try Nonyameko. Okay, that just disappeared. Okay, I don't see any hands anymore. I'm not sure what happened there. Okay, there's one. Is Ntumba. Allow mic. There you go. Okay, you can speak up. Okay, just unmute yourself, S. Ntumba.
Hi, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Sorry, ma'am. I wanted to ask about Unit 6.2. The part on expected prices on in supply is not in the study guide, and I have a hard time understanding that.
Okay. So for this session, we're only looking at section 6.3. So can I ask you just to send us an email, and then we can respond to that email and just specify specifically what the issue is there. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Thanks.
All right. Thank you guys. We will adjourn the class. Miss Linda will post. And please, guys, do this checklist before you say you understand this. Ne? It's important. It's in your study guide and everything. From this class, it was in your study guide. Do your study guides, okay? All right. Thank you. Until next time, my friends. Bye-bye.
Okay, so thank you very much. I see there are still one or two hands, but we unfortunately don't have time left. So I'm going to ask you to just send us an email and then we can just respond to those questions. Okay, so good luck with your assignment and we'll see you soon. And thank you so much, Miss Mkhanse. It was lovely seeing you again, and we appreciate all the hard work you've done to prepare for today. So thank you very much, and thank you everyone for being here. We'll see you in the virtual world. Goodbye.